looking at the Vintage Collection 3.75 inch Hoth Rebel Trooper Star Wars figure. This figure comes included with 4 accessories, which I'll show off here. He comes with his blaster rifle. There we go. Comes with his small pistol here. Get him to let go of it without falling over. There we go. He comes with his removable backpack. And then finally he comes with a removable headscarf. Let's see if we can pop this off him without taking the head with him. There we go. This figure seems to be the most commendable figure of the wave, and he's actually a repaint of a figure released 3 times prior. This same figure was released initially with the Defense of Hoth Legacy Collection Battle Pack, well, SOTDS, not Legacy Collection. Then again in the Search for Luke Skywalker Battle Pack, and then finally in the Vintage Collection Hoth, don't quite know the name of the 3-pack, but it was a 3-pack in which came with 2 1B and Hoth Leia, if memory serves me correctly. So now on to the actual figure itself. The figure itself is probably the strongest of the first wave of the Vintage Collection's comeback here. Comes with very nice and clean paint apps. The head sculpt is really not near as good as the initial rendering of him. I'll post a picture of the initial rendering right here so you can just see the difference between the 2 head sculpts. But the initial one had a really good head sculpt, probably one of a, not the sculpt itself, but the paint. You can do a little turnaround here. And there are also a few slight paint differences between this release and its prior. The major one being that this one is much cleaner version of white for the entire tunic and whatnot, which is good since the Hoth Troopers were very, very white in their suits. Beyond that though, this figure is still a very good army builder, so if you missed him out, especially considering he was exclusive every single time he was released prior, it's a very good time for you to army build them. So he comes, you can attach his backpack right back there, and then his head just slips on. And then finally, he comes with a working holster on the right side. This figure comes super articulated, meaning that he has his ball-jointed shoulders, ball-jointed neck, ball-jointed elbow, swivel wrists, which sometimes we get the ball-jointed wrist for 3/4 quarter inch figures, but not this time, which, given that's a repaint, that's okay. Swivel hips, ball-jointed knees, and finally ball-jointed ankles. Not rocker ankles, just the standard ball joint. And again, not ball-jointed hips, just a standard swivel. Oh, and then finally, sorry, the swivel torso, which you really can't use much with the backpack on. You may want to loosen the backpack up a little bit to give him a little more range of motion. But overall, a very good figure. He's one of the 2 quote-unquote new figures of the wave, given that the other 4 were just straight repacks, well, very, very slight repaints in most cases. So him and Snoke, I initially thought were going to be the 2 hard ones to find, but given that Snoke is 2 per case, it looks as though Hoth Trooper is hard to find. I had to go to 3 different targets just to find this one dude, and I found one there, so somebody in my area is picking him off, I don't know who, but I would really like to army build him, but have yet to only find this one, and I still need my carded one. So that's this guy. Definitely, if you see him, pick him up. Overall, I'd give him an 8 out of 10, only taking points away from the lack of ball-jointed hips, which I know it's a repaint, but ball-jointed hips would definitely be nice on an army builder, and the overall just kind of meh paint job. I mean, overall they got the coloring better, but the paint lines aren't nearly as clean as the first and second and third release, so they could really pick those things up, make it a little better of a figure. But overall, it's still a very good figure, and I'm sure if you have 100 of them on your shelf for an army building, you won't really notice the small imperfections. So yeah, definitely pick them up if you see them. Thank you for watching.